And a very, very warm welcome along, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day, whether it's the start, middle, or end of your day. Welcome in on Twitch to Georgia and Cody, and on YouTube, welcome into Gemma, to Adrian, to Kambe, to Jason, to Chad, and to Dan. I hope I've not missed anybody there. I am incredibly tired. It is getting towards the end of my day. But I thought, why not do a lovely challenge run with all you absolutely wonderful people? We are going to be running Electivire today, and I can assure you that the overlay is accurate. I know we had a couple of issues with the Magmortar overlay, so I've gone in and I've manually checked every single Backport overlay moves. So hopefully we won't have the same issue again. We're starting with Fire Punch, Quick Attack, and Leah for our Magmortar. And I've called it L. I called it L a few days ago because initially we were going to do this after Magmortar, but the Magmortar one really took it out of me. And I hope that my voice doesn't sound too funky. I had a little bit of an accent with some very hard food, and I've chipped a tooth. So I'm in a little bit of pain, nothing too bad. But as they say, the show must go on. I sound tired. I've done a lot of recording today. I'll let you know more about that as we get on with the challenge. Auto Splitter seems to be working well. I've been getting on with the pre-recorded videos and getting all of October recorded over the last few days. And I don't want to spoil too much, but I might have set a new PB. We might have broken our existing record, the one that Kyogre's held for nearly a year now. So we have that to come in the not too distant future. By the way, those of you who were thinking about what plug type we have, yes, we do have a British plug on the back of it. I think that was always going to be the case. So now, is it a Type 12, Type G plug? That plug is a work of art, really. My buffer is currently 11 videos long. That's how many runs I've recorded for October. I've got another 2 or 3 runs to record for October. Then I'm on to November. I've got the schedule all planned out until the end of the year now, though. I have to say, it's looking pretty blooming good. Now, the rival does have Chikorita, because on paper, that's what the rival would have, because Electric is resisted by the Grass type. And yes, we do have Fire Punch, so the rival is as trivial as you would expect. But them's the rules. I once stood on a plug, and I couldn't move. Or should I say I couldn't walk for a week or so. Dan W, thank you so much for the 1999 Super Chat. That is incredibly kind of you. I wish that would count towards the entire blooming goal. Electivire, I remember you saying, is one of your favourites from Gen 4. I was kind of gutted that I wasn't able to get to it on the late night stream, but my mood after that stream was not great, I've got to be honest. And it was all due to the tech issues that kept plaguing us. I am hoping to do my best with Electivire, though. I reckon, you know, it could be very tight with Magmortar. Could even come down to the final battle. I mean, if people want to split up Super Chats to get us to the goal, I am more than happy. Welcome in, Bundy Bundy. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I do like having a fire-type move early game in Johto. Because most of the stuff you come up against is weak to fire. So you just punch it in the mouth and it goes away. Well, hopefully we will get a very, very fun run out of Electivire. I doubt I'm going to be able to do the 2 runs today, but I do know what we've got coming up next. I have no plans to get it filled in at the moment, Cody. Money is tight, and it's not a visible tooth. So, honestly, it can just stay like that. I love this channel as well, Chad, but I don't love it for the same reason as you do. I love this channel because of all of you people around. You are what makes this channel this channel. Please just hit a Thunder Shock, thank you. Low kick, might as well. Get rid of Leah. Gives us something for the rock types. 406 for the Zephyr badge. I will be holding on to Dynamic Punch on the off chance that we do need it for a very big and tired bear at the end of the challenge. A long way to go until we can even think about that bear, though. So many encounters. So many things for us to one-shot. I'm going to take a risk here, because I'd quite like some of the stat experience off these Poliwag. I shall try not to get too over-animated so that you can get some sleep, Bundy Buddy. Our early game learn set is ridiculously good, I've got to say. I accidentally turned on in my template save file spinners become rotators. And I'm trying to get the timing right for that rotator, and I just cannot do it. But the standard going forward now in most challenge runs is going to be spinners that turn into rotators. You're in the sun, it's bloody pouring down here. The rain actually interrupted the recording session earlier. It was so loud that it was being picked up by the mic. I would try and scam the mystery egg too, but I wouldn't ever go for the Elekid. I'd go for the Smoochum. I bloody love Jinx. Such an underrated Pokemon. It is a UK September and it's not last year's September, so it probably will start pouring down soon. Welcome in, Malice. I hope you're having a fantastic day today. Psyduck does need a Mega. Not Golduck, just Psyduck. Mega Psyduck. My headcanon for the repels is they make you really smelly, so that no Pokemon wants to go anywhere near you. It's either that or you get a Pokemon bodyguard protecting you from everything. Oh, you might as well wait until next year, Kanbei, for the fence. I think, Gemma, that might be a losing battle. Cats always get the seats they want. Team Rocket was broken up 3 years ago. Meow, meow, meow. Who cares? Into the gym we go. Good luck with your Gen 3 pack, Malasalis. Torkoal, Gulpin, and Electrike. Manectric's actually the next Pokemon we're streaming. And good news for all you Hawlucha fans. I've got it fixed. So I will be able to bring you Hawlucha in the next couple of weeks or so. I don't want to say how long it took me to fix Hawlucha, but I got it done. Let's punch some bugs in the mouth now. 2 one-shots to get us started. And we finish off with a 2-shot. 855 for the Hive badge. At some point I will put Malamar's Mega into its backport. I think that's a range, you know, with Fire Punch. Yeah, it is. We will take being afflicted by the PlayStation Network. Also, what do you all think of the updated thumbnail? Get in bloody position. There we go. I have opinions on what Game Freak is doing with a lot of these megas, and it's not a positive opinion. They are very much playing into the fan theory that all megas were designed either as X's or Y's. Thank you for the 2-month resubscription over on Twitch, Alajango. That is very, very kind of you. And good afternoon to you as well. Now, Alajango has subscribed with a Prime subscription. I'm just saying, if you have Amazon Prime and you ain't using it for anyone else, I know of a good home for it. Let's catch this final HM friend. It's the whole keeping things behind paywalls. It really annoys the heck out of me. No sense in learning Shockwave. We're going to be getting Thunder Punch in a matter of moments. We never get an encounter here. Let's get a bike from Bid TV. That was a weird reference that came into my brain then. There was an old advert on the shopping channel Bid TV. With just get a bike from Bit TV. It's one thing to announce DLC after a game has come out. It's another thing to announce DLC right before a game is coming out. Exactly, Jason. That and the paywall megastones. And the fact that you have to have a DLC or Switch Online or whatever. It's ruining the whole ecosystem as well that Legends brought in, which was you can play this game on its own with nobody or nothing else and you'll be able to complete the decks. There will be a couple of megas that you can, not a couple of megas, a couple of mythicals that you can get if you own other games, but they're not time limited. And you can just borrow someone else's game. Good morning, D1. I hope you're doing well. I don't even think they're hiding their greed anymore. I think it's plain out in the open for everybody to see. I do miss the classic playstyle of Pokemon as well. I really like Gen 6. I think Gen 6 has the right balance. But I'm not a big fan of a gimmick every single bloody generation now. Because it's hard to get attached to a gimmick if it goes away for a decade nearly. Only to come back for one game, potentially. I've entered a competition to win Legend ZA, but I'm not going to go out and buy it myself, I don't think. Champions would be great, but it seems like we're not getting the full decks in Champions. We're getting Dexit in Champions as well, which really does bug the hell out of me. I think Pokemon Home launched with that thing of you need premium to have more than one box. Could be mistaken there, but I'm fairly certain that's always been the case. Doesn't make it any better, but I think Nintendo are losing the goodwill that they've built up over the last 30 years. I have been guilty of getting all of the DLCs for Pokemon. But even I'm at a point now where I'm like, no, I can't do it anymore. I love Gen 2 low kick. Any chance we get to use a flinching move, I will. 1504 for the plain badge. My big issue with Home is even if you pay for a premium subscription, you've got a limited number of box spaces. I have more Pokemon in my saves than I have box spaces, so I'm paying for 2 Pokemon Home. The fact that Scarlet and Violet run significantly better on Switch 2 than Switch really gets to me as well. Because now I feel like I am, through no fault of my own by not purchasing the latest console, getting an inadequate experience for a game that I paid a lot of money for. That was a very quick Whitney split as well, actually. Not the fastest we've ever had, but still probably top 10% of runs so far. We're going to be doing safe quick accuracy today as well, which means we bypass everything in Accuracy City until we've been to Olivine. Honestly, even if I had the money for a Switch 2, I don't think I'd buy it. Thank you for popping in, Adrian. I hope you have a fantastic day at work. I'm sure we'll catch up very, very soon. Let's get up this lighthouse now. I mean, I bought a PS5 earlier in the year because I was in the market for a new console, and I was thinking about the Switch 2, and I thought, there's not much Nintendo-y I really either have the time or the energy for. So it didn't feel like a sensible purchase compared to the PlayStation 5. Some cartridges are like keys. There are still some that have the games on. Not many, but there are some. The thing I like about PlayStation and Xbox is the streaming game service. I know a lot of people probably don't like it, but I like being able to stream a catalogue of games for a set amount of money each month. Because then I don't feel like I've wasted my money. Because I can pick and choose between 5 or 6 different games. And get the same or better value. I'm actually somebody who likes digital games because I'm so disorganised that I could lose my physical cartridges. At least on Switch I liked digital. PlayStation I am more physical. Plus, my thought with Switch was, if my Switch gets lost or stolen while I'm out, assuming that I do go out, at least then I don't have all of the saves lost and all the games lost. I will keep everything crossed for you, Gemma. Surely it's only a matter of time for you. I completely agree there, Kanbei. I think if you buy a digital game, you should be able to back it up and mess about with the files as much as you could if you dumped a cartridge. I know the consoles are just rising in price as opposed to dropping. We should be at that point because the PS5's, what, 5 years old now? We should be at the point where they're starting to drop quite significantly. I mean, a lot of it's down to the economy in general, but you got to think how much of it is due to greediness by the companies. No, I'm not particularly happy going in with a multiple of 4 HP. But we'll see how this one goes. This is Morty, the Ghost and Poison type specialist. Led with Ghastly that's already gone down. His Haunter goes down. We crit the Gengar. And we demolish the other Haunter. 21-23 for the Fog Badge. Good morning, Deadpool. I hope you're having a good start to your day. Yeah, I know the PS5's 5 years old. It's kind of ludicrous, isn't it? They're finally acknowledging Raichu exists for the first time since Gen 7. Kanbei, thank you so much for the £10 super chat. Haunter, you barely know her. You better not haunt her then. I do like that colour of yellow. That's a nice yellow colour. Thank goodness it's a phone call tomorrow so you don't have to trek out anywhere. Nothing worse than having to trek out. That's the same yellowy colour I used to do on my thumbnails for the text. Mega Parasects would be absolutely ridiculous, so I am all for it, Cody. Welcome in, Paul. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I bloody forgot Surf, haven't I? Right, that throws a spanner in the works. We're going to keep the timer paused for this because this is player error. So we were just at the Lake of Rage. I think you are on a bit of a delay there as well, Paul. I can't remember the last time I forgot Surf. Timer's going to stay paused until we're in the same place. I'm not going to do any battles. I'm just going to run from the wall. It's the fairest way to ensure that Electivire does not get a skewed time because of my own incompetency at the game. There is definitely an irony there. Right, so we were about here. And there was me about to extol the virtues of a little time save that we found. Shows what I bloomin' know, doesn't it? Let's get the bits here at the Lake of Rage. I need to remember to get Ice Punch next time we're in Goldenrod. We don't need Hidden Power today either. We've got enough coverage without it. Today has been mostly about bitching about Nintendo, Deadpool. I love that they're offering a cardboard version for the Virtual Boy. Like 30 quid to get some packaging. Genuinely beggars belief what Nintendo do sometimes. And also they made a much bigger and better deal out of the 35th anniversary of Mario than they are out of the 50th. Getting all the elemental punches is definitely overpowered. But that was not a choice I made, that was a choice Nintendo made. I suppose Game Freak made in Gen 4. Shiny Alpha Rotom is a good find. See, I'm not a film watcher, so I don't really get anything from the Mario Galaxy film. We'll stop getting lost in menu purgatory in a moment. Even before I got a smartphone, I was never able to hold my attention for films. That's why when I found YouTube and streaming content, I was very happy. Because a lot of it was kind of bite-sized. I feel like that's the Nintendo way with, especially media that they're not particularly familiar with. It's always going to be a bit derivative and a bit of a step back. But then you find that even with their games, to be fair. They're no longer at the cutting edge of gaming technology like they once were. My target length for my prereqs, if it's not a Nuzlocke, is around about 32-33 minutes these days. I feel like that's about the right length of time. Not too short, not too long. Nuzlocks will obviously go over that. Our first Nuzlocke back is going to be on Halloween. I've started coding for it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I've got to be honest, I don't watch Pokemon content anymore. So I don't know who are interesting Nuzlockers. There came a point where I was doing too much Pokemon stuff for work. I was like, I can't do it anymore. I can't watch and create. Most of the content I watch on YouTube is Minecraft related these days. I am thinking about setting up a Cobblemon server and maybe doing a little side series. Because Pokemon and Minecraft together seems like it could be fun. I'll open it up to like channel members and Twitch subscribers. And friends of the channel in general who've been around for quite some time. Because I don't want to make it all, like, monetary based. For some videos, I am going to be trying to do extended cuts for Patreon. But it all depends on how much waffle I can keep in. I just really don't like the Patreon system. Such a blooming nightmare to add content onto it. Might run Crobat as a stream around Halloween. Reckon that could be a fun one to do. Even if it doesn't blooming learn Sludge Bomb in this gen. Did a run with a poison type Pokemon the other day actually for a pre-rec. Completely forgot Sludge Bomb existed. It didn't really make any difference to the run. I am never touching Skarmory again, as long as I can avoid it anyway. Could do Skarmory as inverse at some point though. That could be interesting actually. No, I said no to that. Inverse Skarmory could be interesting, actually, thinking about it. Inverse is where the type matchups are reversed. So, for instance, right now, using Thunder Punch against this Cloyster, it would be resisted as opposed to super effective. Wrong item there. Began with super. Let's take on Price. Is he going to do what I think he's going to do? And switch? Blizzard has missed. We burnt the pile of swine. Inverse was incredibly interesting and it popped up like 3 times. But yes, inverse battles are in the challenge run patch. They're what broke our ghost types last Halloween, but then we fixed it, so it's no longer broken. Wasn't it Psychic Inverse House and Route something like 15, 16, 17, somewhere in the arse end of Kalos anyway? We do have 7 badges, by the way, so in just a moment we will be taking a very, very quick 3-minute break. Need to pace myself, especially when I'm tired. Gives us all a chance to rehydrate. Pop to the loo if you need to. Grab a drink, grab a snack, do whatever it is you want to do. Yeah, I got the boulder first try today. My menuing has been absolutely shocking over the last couple of runs. I can't remember where Inverse Battles lived in Oras. Which is kind of shameful, seeing as I played an awful lot of Oras back in the 2010s. Oh, was it in Moorville? They completely reworked Moorville, didn't they? Now I'm going to pause the timer to do the vitamin shot because I'm too heavily dyslexic to not have the timer paused, and that's become the standard on my prereqs as well. There we go. Let's use these vitamins and then we will take a very, very quick break. So we are pausing the timer at 36 minutes and 20 seconds. Now this is going to be just the single break for the stream today. Not going to play adverts on YouTube, Twitch, if you're not subscribed. I'm just going to play a couple of minutes of adverts over there. Stop the pre-rolls for anybody who may be coming in towards the end of the run. So I will take 3 minutes now. I'll be back at around about 1:45. And we are back. Thank you so much for your patience there. We'll unpause the timer at 36:20. Let's take this run to completion. We're going to start off with everyone's favourite, the radio tower. Aren't we the privileged ones, everyone? We have a bunch of underleveled rockets to get through. I'm sure we'll get through it together. The overlay's had a habit of going haywire in the radio tower lately. I'm hoping it doesn't happen this time. And unfortunately, the team 11212 seems to have broken itself with the auto splits. Haven't quite been able to figure out what's wrong with it yet either. Let's punch these Magnemites in the mouth. Level 40 acquired. Just 3 more levels until we get Thunderbolt. Oh, I've been caught by the rotator. That's no blooming good. Just extra stat experience. Well, this is rude. Take it out on that Porygon. I want to get Porygon Z backported at some point, but it's got a couple of really horrible moves. Horrible in the sense that they are nasty to backport, not horrible because they're any good in the challenge. We're at that point in the run as well now where I wish we had just a few extra points in our special attack. And now we are just about ready for rival number 4. Can't see us having any issues at all here at rival 4, honestly. We'll punch a Golbat in the mouth. We'll then use the correct move and not misclick against the Magnemite. We'll punch a Hornsra in the mouth. We'll punch a Sneasel in the mouth. We'll gross 42. And we'll punch a Meganium in the mouth and burn it. And damageless rival 4. What else would you expect from the worst rival in probably all of Pokemon history? Is there a rival worse than triple question mark when it comes to battling incompetency? Because he is truly, truly awful. And I get that's kind of his shtick. He's not meant to be a good rival. He's meant to be somebody who's training Pokemon for the wrong purposes. Do we really count May? Seeing as you don't even see her starter evolve into the 3rd level. Am I right in thinking that Hop keeps changing out his Pokemon as well after every battle because he's not confident in the team he's got? The idea of the Gen 2 team is interesting. The execution's terrible. Triple question mark does get redemption in the post-game. You're not wrong there. I feel like they were trying to make Hop like an actual player. Somebody maybe new to Pokemon, especially because he lived in the shadow of his brother. Trace is Let's Go Gary, isn't it? Who was the rival in X and Y? Take your pick. There were blooming loads of them, and that was the issue. There was the dancing dude, there was the one who you had the love story with. There was one who was obsessed with filling the Pokédex. So many rivals in X and Y. It's a true ensemble cast. But credit to them for at least taking a risk. And doing something a little bit different in X and Y. X and Y are probably my favourite Pokemon games to go back and replay. They've got a very chill vibe to them that I think is missing in later games. The idea was definitely more refined in Scarlet and Violet. And now as we're getting the radio card, I will say thank you to Kanbei for being the only member of Team 11212. I wish there was a way I could code doubles into Crystal. I think it'd be really interesting. I feel like they did put effort into Alola's world building. Actually quite a bit of effort. But when they did that, they made it a little too linear. That's my only big issue with Alola. It feels like you're on rails the entire time. But the region's beautiful. And I liked not having the gym formula. Lies overlay, this isn't Claire. This is Lola. I genuinely think that the speedrun would be cut in half if they didn't have all these cutscenes in Alola. We are scamming everyone and beating them up for their money at the moment. We weren't supposed to crit there. We were supposed to do the old 1-2 to avoid the healing loop. One of these gets into the Dragon's Den. Let's get our final Jotonian badge. Bloomin' heck. Need a better D-pad again. And that is the Rising badge in 47 minutes and 39 seconds. That means just one thing, we can start heading towards the Pokemon League. If I had another member of Team 11212, I don't know how I'd react. I got emotional the first time. For it to happen twice, I don't know what I would do. Probably cry an awful lot knowing me. You better bloody have be joking, Kanbei. Beth is down. We'll get the max elixir. And we shall start heading leaguewards. Pick up Earthquake, not sure we're going to use Earthquake, but it is good to have. And now we'll take on the rival for one final time. Welcome in, Food Tubes. I hope you're having a great day today. Thank you for the compliments on the back sprite. Apologies, going to be a little bit of flashing over. See, I'm in two minds about streaming times. I love the 2 PM slot, but I also love the midnight slot. So I want to try and find a healthy mix of both. This is Will, by the way. He's our first league member. He is a psychic type specialist led with Johto that went down. Jinx goes away. We'll say goodbye to Executor. We will annihilate the second Johto. And we will get rid of Slowbro. $51.07 for Will. Let's move in to Koga. I'm doing very well, thank you, Food Tubes. Managed to get a lot of runs recorded over the last few days. Blooming heck, that was a range. I was always going to put a UK plug on the back sprite of this. There was no other option, really. How are we doing for experience? That's fine. Bruno is next. Now, Bruno could be pesky, you know. Don't have anything too great for him. I mean, we can get rid of the Onyx straight away, though. We played for the flinch and we got the flinch. Bruno is down. Let's take on Karen. Good start to Karen there. We got the Johto miss on Stun Spore. One shot on the Gengar. Healing Loop on the Houndoom. And we are done with Karen. 53-36, let's go straight into Lance. Start off with a one shot on the Gyarados. Ice Punch is quad super effective against Siege Dragonite. Electric with an Ice type move really is the best type for Lance. Because he doesn't even get a chance to get a move in. 54-17 through the league. Hall of Fame time of 54-34. It's the 16th today, isn't it? Should we see where that puts us on the midpoint leaderboard? 11th place. Through to the midpoint. That is not bad going at all, especially seeing as I've not been playing at a perfect level. You can see just how many Pokemon we streamed together as well here. 153 different crystal Pokemon over the course of the last 3 years. I've mistyped, haven't I? Completely forgot to put the time in there. We're not in 11th place at all, we're in 9th. Even better. That time of 57-37 was the midpoint for the last run I recorded. Let's get this run done now. You do have a very good point, Food Tubes. The fact that sub-hour is now no longer a guarantee of being top 10 by the time we get to the midpoint leaderboard is kind of ridiculous. I'm also in the prereqs inching closer and closer to sub-hour. Video's not coming out until quite late in October. Well, a video isn't coming out until quite late in October. But there is a run in late October where I have broken a fresh minute barrier with my PB. I feel at this point now, with my skill level, I'm able to fairly show what certain Pokemon are capable of more than I was able to a few years ago. First not Elite Four member. First Cantonian gym leader is going to be Surge, an electric type specialist much like us, and he led with a Raichu that's already gone down. Not sure how long we're going to be holding on to Earthquake for. It's certainly nice to have it at the moment. $57.23 for the Thunder Badge. Now we'll skip the PP up today. This again should be a fairly easy gym. We have the coverage. We'll be getting sub-hour Erica, maybe just on the hour mark for Janine. If Erica didn't have so many mandatories, we would be getting sub-hour Janine. Tangela goes down in 1, we wouldn't expect anything less. So she sends out her Pokemon that's 4 times weak to Ice type moves. I think we've got like neutral for everything with our current learn set, with super effective on an awful lot. Exactly, Ice and Electric hit everything neutrally anyway. The rest are just bonuses. Janine did not use the dire hit. And we get sub-hour Janine, 59.56. Still have to have my cheat sheet up for backwards rock tunnel. but it blocks the chat. So I pause the timer to do backwards rock tunnel. Or at least get the information up for backwards rock tunnel. Sabrina time. That was Sabrina time. Time save helps if you fly to the correct city, doesn't it? It's up in Kanto, down in Johto. For the button presses. Can't get a much cleaner level than what we've got now. So we'll dump our rare candies in at this point. That's something I'm trying to get better at as well. Like, not really caring about exactly where in the run we put the candies in. As long as they are at that clean point in a level. I do love that the lion's share of things on this bridge are weak to ice. Don't know why they made so many things weak to ice on this bridge. I certainly am not complaining. Misty is our next Cantonian gym leader. Watertight Specialist leads with Golduck. It's not a bad price for a whole bunch of chicken breast. Cascade badge is our next badge. 104.25. I'd hope the plans include cooking and eating it, honestly. One X-Spin card acquired. I've never had wedgies from KFC. I mean, their fries over here are a bit naff. So it's not hard to have something that you prefer over their fries, quite honestly. Let's take on Brock. He is a rock-type specialist. And I'm very glad about that, because it means that we've got something super effective for all of his Pokemon. I like a good soup. I feel like soup is underrated because a lot of people don't have it because it's a meal you can drink. Where the hell am I going? This way is where we're going. It's our penultimate gym leader time. This is Blaine. Blaine is a fire type specialist. He also specialises in not winning. Just like that, 3 one-shots. Let's get ready for blue. Meant to put the melt ice on for this. Hope it doesn't matter in the end. Find out after he sends out his ride on. Oh, thank goodness for that. One-shot city for the blue fight. Let's get ourselves over to red. Let's take on red now. See how we get on. He leads with Pikachu. We'll Earthquake the Pikachu. Get it down in one shot. Now this is going to be a 2-shot on the Pesky either way, I reckon. Double dynamic punch miss. Triple dynamic punch miss. Not having that. And now there's a reflect up. least we get rid of the bear. Critical hit on the Venusaur. No rain dance, interesting. And it is now all over for red. 1-11-21. You can't normally get this Pokemon in Gen 2, no. But I've coded it in, as we do with a lot of different Pokemon here on the channel. Let's get that leaderboard all set up. And let's see where we place on the leaderboard. Starting off with our Unbound. Slightly slower than Magmortar by about a minute and a bit. Still a very respectable time for our Electivire. And if we go to the streaming leaderboard with all of our streams, we're still top 10, 7th place. 10 seconds behind Blacephalon and about 39 seconds ahead of Swampert. Let's take a look at the full leaderboard while we all wind down. What did we think of Electivire? Do we think that's about right? Do we think we could get better? Do we think we got lucky and it should have been worse? I am very happy with that one. And if you want to play this one yourself, the Backport patch is available right here. I'm glad you all think it was great. Should we have a look at what it is on the overall leaderboard? Hopefully this doesn't have spoilers. I don't think it does. So, my 25th fastest crystal run overall. Not bad going, I would say. But I think with that, we might be done for the day. I'm very, very tired. But I have had an awful lot of fun today, as I always do, whenever we are live together. If you do want to join the Discord, here is a link for you to get involved and find out what is happening on the channel. All that kind of fun. Now, before I go, I do want to say a very, very, very big thank you to Alajango for resubscribing over on Twitch with the Prime sub, and to the absolutely wonderful Kanbei for 29 months and the £10 super chat, and to Dan W for the $19.99 super chat as well. It's been an absolute pleasure this afternoon. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Before you go, please click like on the stream as well, and I will catch you all very, very soon.